Hey everybody, it's Brock and we got a brand new episode of All About today. Hope everyone had a great week. I hope everyone's still staying safe out there in times like these. Today we are learning about a very cool fish, and not just a fish, we're also learning about his symbiotic relationship with a shrimp. Today we are learning about a very cool shrimp goby. The one you're seeing in the video is actually called a flagtail shrimp goby. A lot of times it is confused with the pink bar goby. I almost had to keep looking and put two pictures side by side just to make sure I had the right name on him. But this one is the flagtail. With this video, you're going to learn a lot about what the shrimp goby does, and you're also going to see how other shrimp gobies relate a lot to this one. There's many different types of gobies you can get if you're wanting to bond them with a shrimp. There's like the tigers, there's the Randalls, there's diamonds, there's yellow gobies. There's so many you can get, but this is just one that can help you learn about all the other ones. Prices on the goby, you normally will spend about 15 to 20 bucks for the flagtails. Tank size, you need about a 30-gallon. I have seen them do really well in those nano, really small coral tanks though. Care level, they are super easy to take care of. They're a beginner fish. There's no problems taking care of these gobies. Temper, they are very peaceful. I would make sure to put them with other peaceful fish too. They will do a lot better. They'll come out a lot more. They won't be so scared and just in their cave the whole time. They can be territorial at times. Just whenever fish get a little too nosy around their cave, they might charge them. But other than that, you'll never have them going and actually hurting your other fish. Reef compatibility, yes, they tend to do best in a reef tank. It's where they're from, and they tend to be a lot more comfortable, and you see them a lot more whenever they're in a reef tank. Temperature, you want to keep it about 72 to 78. pKh, 8 to 12. pH, 8.1 to 8.4. And your salinity, 1.020 to 1.025. All those are basic there. Max size, you can expect them to get about 5 inches in their lifespan, so pretty good little size goby. Color on them, they have an all-white body, almost as white as the sand, and they have orange stripes going down on them, really, really bright orange stripes. They're very pretty. The one in the video you're seeing is very young, so those orange stripes are just barely showing up on him, but as he gets older, they start to get a lot brighter. It's very pretty. Diet, they are carnivores, so anything like pellets, they love pellets. It's an easy thing to feed a goby whenever your fish tend to eat all the food first. You get some pellets down there that they'll float to the bottom and they'll be able to snack on them. It's also really good for the shrimp to grab and bring back to the cave too. They love frozen shrimp, like brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, the frozen cubes. They'll eat those big time if they can get down to them. And also flakes will help too. Origin, they do come from Indonesia. I have seen talks of them being captive bred, which is really cool. So eventually you'll be getting just captive bred ones. Compatibility, just ask down in the comments. I'd love to help you out with that. They will fight its own species and other gobies unless they are a mated pair. A lot of times putting multiple gobies in a tank, they tend to get a little territorial. If they see each other, they'll kind of fight. But other than that, I would recommend just finding one goby to put in your tank unless it is a mated pair. They do need fine sand bed. They need something like aragonite is one we tend to recommend. It's a really fine substrate that they can sift easily, and they can make those caves with the shrimp without having hesitation of them actually choking on a rock. I've seen it happen before with people who put gobies in like crushed coral tanks. It does not end well for them, so make sure you got a fine sand bed that you put them in. Also need your glass lids and any parts of the top of the tank covered, especially in like the first month that you take care of them. He can get frightened and jump, so you definitely don't want that to happen. Make sure your glass lids are on. Now, this particular shrimp goby can create a symbiotic relationship with species of the alphide shrimp, which most people, whenever they get shrimp that bond to their goby, it tends to be the Randall's pistol shrimp. And another name for them is the snapping shrimp, the red-banded snapping shrimp. It's another name you'll see thrown around. They are probably the easiest ones to get. They aren't too rare. Normally people can get their hands on them. And it's best to put them in at the same time. That way they can both go down to that cave and they can start building that relationship together and start helping each other out with eating and creating a safe little burrow and cave down there for them. Typically the goby will be out the most. He's going to guard that cave all the time, just hanging out and the shrimp tends to go back and forth from inside the cave to out of it, building him a little burrow for them to both go down and hide in. It's really cool. Now, since we are learning about this shrimp goby, we also got to learn about how to take care of the shrimp. So with this Randall's pistol shrimp, the price on them, you'll tend to spend about 30 bucks on them. They are a little bit more up there. The tank size, still the same, 30 gallons, even in nano coral tanks, I've seen them do really good in. Air level, still super easy, especially whenever you have them bonded. They do really well together. Temper, of course, they're still peaceful. They still can be territorial. They're going to guard that cave like they do. Reef compatibility, yes. Temperature 72 to 78, DKH 8 to 12, pH 8.1 to 8.4, and the salinity is the main thing that's going to be different between the two. It's going to be 1.023 to 1.025. You want to make sure there's no crazy fluctuations, and you want to make sure also to acclimate him very slowly, because he is a little bitty shrimp. If you just dunk him in the tank and the salinity is not the same for him, it could really hurt him. So make sure to take your time on that. Max size, they only get about 2 inches, so they stay small. And colors, most of the time, they have like a yellow body with red and white stripes, almost like a cleaner shrimp. Diet, they are carnivore. They're going to be especially needing to be fed. A lot of times pellets do the best, or other kind of bottom feeder foods that can get down to him quick enough so he can go out there and grab them and bring them back to the cave. So they will protect the goby. You'll kind of see them play back and forth on who's watching the cave. Sometimes you'll see the shrimp kind of being its little watchman for any danger that comes through. And then they'll also be sharing food. So a lot of times you'll see the goby bringing back some food, but then you never see the shrimp come out. You can bet that that goby's going to go down and feed the shrimp for him. With these pistol shrimps, they actually have this pincher. You'll notice one is a lot bigger than the other pincher, and it actually produces really loud snapping noise that will scare predators away from their cave in case they feel endangered. And sometimes I've heard customers say they could hear it from outside the tank. So it tells you how loud it can be in the water. So I've hit on a big, broad information about everybody. Just the main things about keeping the goby is tend to put them by themselves or with a mated pair of the other goby. And then if you want to have this relationship with the shrimp, make sure to put them in together. They'll do a lot better that way, and they'll become in that relationship a lot faster. Make sure you got the fine sand bed. You don't want him choking on the rocks. And then also have your glass lids on so he doesn't jump out. And with the shrimp, all I gotta say is just acclimate him slow and make sure he's getting fed, and they'll do great together. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon. I want to say I appreciate everyone going to that post I had and commented the fish they want to start seeing in the future videos. It's going to help me start gathering some new videos for y'all to see. And man, y'all are wanting some rare fish that are hard to get some footage of, but that just makes me want to try even harder to make sure I can show y'all these beautiful fish out there. And if you haven't posted on the post, please go look at it. Comment down on there. Give me some fish to go look after. But other than that, hope you all have a great day, great rest of your night. I will see y'all later. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. And I am out. See y'all later.